So how do you plan to market Eskimo Shuffle?
That's a very good question. It's a very good question. Jessica's the head of marketing. I've made her head of marketing, but I think we've done a lot of internet business in the past to see what's getting the best results. You have to give people something. You have to give people value before they come to your site. So YouTube is a huge one. YouTube being quality content, not ads. Not teasers are alright, but just content. You know, get people interested. They'll click. Facebook is pretty good. Facebook ads have a pretty high click-through, surprisingly, because you can specify who you're targeting to. It's actually quite interesting. You know, you select people who are interested in Farmville and the Rolling Stones and X and Y, and it'll go, there are 10,000 people in this group. This will cost you this. It's quite good. We may do that. There are a lot of mobile publications out now. Everyone wants to write about mobile, so we'll just give them our business. You know, say this is what we've made.
It's a lot of media.
Check it out.
Outlets.
Yeah, I think
in that.
It's really tricky. I think a lot of this business is really fishing for a big fish. Like you just want to throw as many hooks as you can out there, and hope something goes viral. People are specializing in viral now.
That's the key word.
As soon as you start specializing in being a viral advertiser, it's not really viral anymore. It's not organic and grassrootsy. We try to put enough. I think our biggest marketing, and this is a really bad answer. It's a really naive answer because it's not the way the world works. But I'm hoping the best marketing is having a quality product. Having a product with small, interesting features that people actually go, huh, I'll tell X about that. So
build it and they will come. That's
hopefully Field of Dreams business. So I think every game we do, Eskimo Shuffle, it's the zoo. We try to put one or two really interesting features in there. Just a feature that you can summarize in a sentence, and people go, huh, on the iPad. That's the reaction. So Eskimo Shuffle has what I'm calling procedural music. So you play the game and the soundtrack will constantly change every 12 seconds, it doesn't matter how long it is, but I did musical acoustics as my minor. We've set out maybe 30 different phrases of music that all accompany each other in a nice sort of emotive way. We tag them for the emotion they represent, and then every measure will decide what emotion you should be feeling right now, and it will move the music accordingly. So
the music really works in the
that's right. So sort of changes and grows. It's always different, so you don't get that, oh there's that thing again, oh there's that thing again. You know, that repetitive business?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about what you think about making music for games. Like, is it something just there to put in, or does it actually play a role?
Music is a third of the project. If a company forgets this, and most companies do, it's not good. Music and it's engineering, graphic, music and sound. One third. There's a project overhead, a management overhead, but it's so important. It's a tactile experience. If you're not putting sound in, make a poster.
I mean, I can just think of some games I've played, like some Final Fantasy games, Zelda games, and the music has been such a huge part of that.
That's exactly right.
That I remember when I leave the game.
That's it. And even just a good sound effect. Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, and the PSP, their motorbike sound was so good that I stopped doing everything and listened and said, it's rewarding me for riding a motorbike. You know, I'm feeling a good give-take relationship here. Gears of War, getting a headshot has a really good response, a bit of a slow time.
Is that audio cue?
That's exactly right. It's always
goes in
immediate reward, and you're giving the fish to the seal. You want to do it again. It's so important.
Now you have a blog where you talk about progress.
This question. Yes, we do.
So what's the thought process behind that? Like
what is the thought process behind that?
Yeah. What's the value of having a blog where you can show your progress?
That's such a question. You know, I thought about this question before. It's a really tricky one. I think, for one, it's the new business, as we discussed. It's the social network business. It's not for marketing. It's the Wikipedia of running a business. The old style of business is no transparency. Here's a teaser. 3 months. Here's a teaser.
Everything's behind closed doors.
Everything, and that's fine. Big companies do it pretty well. They've got quite a lot of marketing, so that's okay. But the way I feel is that I'm making a game for this audience, right? I don't want to make it behind closed doors. You're my audience. I want to tell you about it. And if you don't like it, tell me so I can change it. Because I want you to love it.
Involved in the creative
process. That's right. So this is like the first step to getting involved with the audience. See what we're doing. I mean, I love to read what other people are doing. I can't see why they wouldn't like reading what everyone else is doing. Like, see what we're up to. Do you love it? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Do you know anything similar? Do you want to work on something together? It's all social. It's the Wikipedia of business. You've got to be open now because I think if you're always honest in everything in life, in your development, in your IP, you can do no wrong. You can walk through life with 100% confidence because you told the truth. Only liars need to worry.
Just about games in general, so what's some of your favourite games?
Oh, that's such a question.
Yeah, it's such a
question.
It is a hard question, I guess. There's so many.
I think, as a designer, I'll get the fluffy answers out of the way.
Okay.
As a designer, from a visual, emotive perspective, Shuttle the Colossus is a fantastically emotive game. They made use of really subtle camera angles. You didn't even notice. Most games when they use camera angles, it's really annoying. You have to change controls
Very
and such.
jerky, yeah.
But it was very nice, very filmic. You got a really emotional connection to your pet, your horse in this case. Very, very beautiful. I really enjoyed that. What other arty games would we like? Oh man, you know the game Looker Rooker? You've seen this? It's very cute. It's vectory.
Yep.
It's on PSP. It got a lot of positive hype because it's a new type of game. It's an art game, right? It's okay. I didn't love the game. Love the art style. It's very vectory and designy. The soundtrack is beautiful. It's just one melody, and then like 15 different voices sing the melody, and then every level's a different voice. So you get a real personification of your character. Didn't love it, but their follow-up game, not a sequel, is called Patapon.
Oh yeah.
It's also got that odd art style. It's all music oriented. It's kind of like Dance Dance Revolution meets.
Bitch Runner or something?
I don't know, man. It's tricky. But that was a really nice game. I really like that. I like when they take an original visual style and an original idea. That's a good mix.
Yeah.
Oh, best game of all time is Beautiful Katamari.
Ah.
Actually, that's an interesting one. They've got 1 point, collect things into a big ball. It's very academic. It's a technical challenge too, so you appreciate that in creating the game. The graphics are really simple. Like nobody ever comments. I haven't seen a comment to say Beautiful Katamari is terrible because it's not photorealistic. It's stylized. It's achieving the end. Like, it's such a simple game, such a simple gameplay mechanic. Perfect. It's so elegant.
We hear a lot of talk about realism in games where our graphics improve, but I don't know if that's necessary to have a game.
It's a subset of people's, like, people love to see screenshots of photoreal games, but I think it's not, it's everything that's required to get your message across. It's all art. Like, if you're getting your message across with stick figures, man, that's fine. Yeah,
I can think back to when I was a kid, and obviously games on Commodore 64 didn't have photorealism, but
that's right.
You know, if the game was good, then it was good.
Right. Alex Kidd. The old Sega games, I really like them. They're so colourful. The sounds are always... See, those sounds are the ones that reward you straight away. You know, you jump, it's just normal, you know. I like that. But a game that used everything well, actually, they were almost photoreal. Really fantastic narrative was Gears of War 2. I didn't play it for so long because it's so grey. The palette is so restrictive. I find it a little bit dull. But... oh, the narrative was beautiful. Yeah. Oh, I was so impressed. Actually, another game with a fantastic narrative was Fable 2. I cannot replay that game. It makes me want to cry. And I'm a man. I'm a man. I can't play it again. That's unfair how sad that game is.
You're looking forward to Fable 3?
Yeah, I pre-ordered for sure.
Yeah, me too.
So that's sort of it. Pokemon is a really, really good game. It's a really psychologically developed... I don't know if they did it intentionally, but the idea of collecting is a fantastic mechanic. People want to collect, right? But they also want to develop a relationship with something. So your team you develop a relationship with while you're collecting. It's all very... It's so primitive. Fantastic. That's all you need, you know. Games like World of Warcraft are successful for exactly the same reason. You're effectively collecting or running towards this moving goalpost. World of Warcraft's an interesting one. I played it quite a lot. I wouldn't call it my favorite game, but I think from a gameplay execution perspective, it's probably one of the better games around.
I've actually never played World of Warcraft, but I
don't, because you'll never do anything
else. That's what I'm worried about.
I think any game that has something to say, and they say it clearly, and they say it in a way that's a little bit surprising, is a winner to me.
So how long have you been gaming for? Did you start when you were young?
Oh yeah, when I was a kid. I think back then it was, you should get off the computer, it's not healthy to be on there that long, it'll never amount to anything. And then you do computer science, and then you start a business, and what are you going to do?
And you use it,
Yeah, that's right. No, since the beginning.
Okay, well thanks for talking to me today, Joshua.
It's been a pleasure.
If you want to find out more about what Doppler Interactive are doing, then go to www.dopplerinteractive.com and check it out.
Look forward to seeing you.